The 24 Hours of Nürburgring is an incredible endurance race, but just a few manufacturers have taken overall victory. But out of those brands, which one was the most successful? Well, in this video, that's exactly what I'll dive into, as this is the top 8 manufacturers to win the 24 Hours of Nürburgring. Number 8. Opal. The now Stellantis-owned car manufacturer has only won the 24 Hours of Nürburgring once, but it still was a memorable victory. Opal's win at the Nürburgring was achieved in 2003. During the race, it was a fierce battle for the win between the Opel Astra and the Audi TTR. Eventually though, the leading Audi had to come into the pit lane for a gearbox change. This left the Opel with a 5-lap lead over the second place entry and eventually won. The Astra winning this 24-hour endurance race in 2003 was a popular victory, especially considering that Opel is a German manufacturer. So to have a German brand on top at the famous German circuit of the Nürburgring was very incredible. Number 7. Ferrari. Like Opel, Ferrari has only won this event once in the manufacturer's history. And interestingly, as of recording this, that win was at the most recent edition of the 24 Hours of Nürburgring. Victory was obtained by Ferrari in 2023, and despite qualifying 4th on the grid, the number 30 Fricadelli Racing Ferrari took the victory, beating the German manufacturers. Fricadelli's Ferrari 296 GT3 would cross the line 26 seconds ahead of the number 98 BMW. Earl Bamber, Nicky Katzberg, Felipe Fernandez-Lasser, and David Pittard would take victory for the number 30 car and make history for Ferrari at the Nürburgring. Number 6. Mercedes. Mercedes has won the 24 Hours of Nürburgring twice so far. Unlike other German manufacturers on this list, Mercedes wasn't really a part of the first few decades of the 24 Hours of Nürburgring, and that was mainly because they had pulled out of the majority of motorsports because of the tragedies at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Mercedes' first win at this classic endurance race was in 2013, thanks to the car known as the Mercedes SLS AMG GT3. In fact, these cars achieved a pretty successful result at the 24 Hours of Nürburgring that year. They achieved the results of 1st, 3rd, and 4th, with the number 9 Black Falcon Mercedes coming away with the win. The only car that wasn't a Mercedes in the top 4 was the number 25 BMW Z4. Mercedes won again in 2016, and this ended up being an even more dominant result for Mercedes at the Nürburgring. Victory was obtained by the same team that won in 2013, Black Falcon. Their number 4 car would lead away a Mercedes 1-2-3-4 at the Nürburgring. To this day, Mercedes is still competing in the 24 Hours of Nürburgring, but since 2016 they haven't won. Hopefully one day they achieve that elusive 3rd victory. Number 5. Chrysler. Chrysler is one of 2 American manufacturers to have won the 24 Hours of Nürburgring overall. The American brand actually took victory here 3 times. All of Chrysler's victories at the Nürburgring were achieved by one car, the Viper GTSR. This was a car that was dominating GT endurance racing in the late 90s and early 2000s, and besides the Nürburgring 24, it also won other prestigious events, such as the 2000 24 Hours of Daytona and class victory at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. The Viper GTSR first took victory at the Nürburgring in 1999. Then it won back-to-back victories in 2001 and 2002. All these 3 wins by the Viper GTSR were obtained by the German team Zach Speed. Number 4. Ford. Ford is the other American manufacturer on this list besides Chrysler, and they have taken victory at the Nürburgring on 5 separate occasions. To this day, Ford still holds the record as the most successful non-German brand to win this classic endurance race. The American manufacturer first won the 24 Hours of Nürburgring in 1979, thanks to the car known as the Ford Escort. The brand proceeded to win for the next 3 years, thanks to the Ford Escort and the Ford Capri. Ford's last win at the 24 Hours of Nürburgring came in 1987, thanks to the wonderful Sierra RS Cosworth. Jumping into the top 3 and sitting at number 3 is Audi. Audi has won the 24 Hours of Nürburgring 6 times. Their first win came in 2012. And besides Mercedes, Audi has won every 24 Hours of Nürburgring from 2012 until 2017. The car that achieved all these victories was the Audi R8 LMS. 3 teams have secured victory for Audi at the Green Hell, including Team Land, Team WRT, who also competes in the World Endurance Championship, and most recently Team Phoenix, who is the most successful team to win for the German brand. Number 2. Porsche. Porsche has won the 24 Hours of Nürburgring at least once in every single decade so far. Porsche has won this event a total of 13 times, their first victory coming all the way back in 1976, thanks to the number 4 Porsche Carrera RS. This entry beat the number 17 BMW 3.0 CSI to victory. Porsche's most recent victory to date was in 2021, thanks to Manthey Racing achieving the victory with the number 911 car. This entry is also the one that's decked in a beautiful yellow and green livery. Number 1. BMW. BMW is the most successful manufacturer at the 24 Hours of Nürburgring. BMW is also the first manufacturer to win this event. That first victory was in 1970, thanks to the number 36 BMW 2002. That entry led away 2 more 2002s, as BMW achieved first, second, and third during that race. Since that race in 1970, BMW has dominated and been successful at the 24 Hours of Nürburgring, winning so far 19 more victories. Many BMWs have taken victory at the 24 Hours of Nürburgring, but the most successful has been the M3 model and its many variants. The most recent win for BMW at this endurance race was secured in 2020 by the team known as Rowe Racing. The BMW M6 GT3 was driven by Nicky Katzberg, Nick Yololi, and Alexander Sims to overall victory. So that completes the list of the top 8 manufacturers to win the 24 Hours of Nürburgring overall. Which manufacturer were you most surprised to see on this list? Well, I'd like to know your thoughts down in the comments. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, I suggest subscribing. The reason why is because I make endurance racing content mainly on WEC and IMSA every week. And if you want to watch more videos, there's options on your screen. But for now, that's it from me. I'll see you in the next one.